That's crazy. I wish I had known that before. Shit, what's going on, y'all? Hold on, y'all. What's going on, people? My fault. I was just checking something out. See if somebody needs some help. Shame TV East Watch, your host. You know who it is. Good. I like that. Can I get some likes or dislikes, depending on your particular opinion of me? Hopefully, we could change that. Tonight. Just holler at me. We could talk about it. I don't buy bull. I really don't. I just love that title, yo. I love that shit. I don't buy bull. You know what? I should have put that as part of I should say it. That's part of why I feel that we need to have this chat tonight, because I don't buy bull. I don't buy bull at all. I don't buy what people are handing to everyone else, including myself, since I'm a part of everyone else. I don't like what people are handing to us. I think it's despicable, and I want to do something about it. I'm definitely going to say something about it. So tonight we're going to be talking about award show boycotts and why I feel it's necessary, and I think atonement, until you atone, it's never going to be what you think. You know what I'm saying? It's never going to be, what up, Leo? It's never going to be, all right, Pete, good looks. It's never going to be over with until it's over with. You know what I'm saying? And let me point this out to anybody who comes over here and comes in here. Like I said, when I'm talking about Sarnetta, I'm not talking, what up, Cole? I'm not talking about Sarnetta, the person. I'm not, so to speak, but I am now, like I wasn't before. But when I talk about this person, I'm talking about what this person presents to me, my family, my friends, my friends' kids, people all over YouTube, black people that come and look at this nigga's page and support this dude and all of that. That's what I talk about. I talk about what he's actually doing for the community versus what he says. Because somebody who touts as much as he touts, who runs their mouth as much as he runs his mouth, and who always has some sort of claim to knowing it all, basically. It's hard for me to look at you and say, and accept that shit. It's hard for me to look at you and keep hearing this shit about what you've done for the community. When I be like, okay, that's what's up. Like before, when I first watched them, I used to say, oh, that's what's up. Now, after a while, nigga, it's like, hey, man, like there's actually, what's up? There's actually nothing that you fucking actually do. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit, my nigga. Like if I ask you for tangible things that you've done, and you should be able to show that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's somebody who's been doing this shit as long as he's been doing it. Now let's go back to the beginning with this person. All right. This person came on the scene bootlegging people's information. Now let's just put it out there right now for what it is. That's how that motherfucker came on the scene. Excuse me, you know what? I'm not going to do that right now. That's how that brother came on the scene. I apologize for right then, you know what I'm saying, for calling you a motherfucker, for calling that man a motherfucker. Right? You came on the scene hustling people's information. Now, I understand how it is in the streets. I understand how it is in the world. It's not like you could just set up an appointment with the person and be like, yo, look, I want to buy X amount of DVDs from you of your work. Won't you cut me a deal so that I could sell them, make money? I'm pretty sure them brothers would have did it. But like I said, it's really hard even getting that sort of setup, man, that sort of meeting. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have that sort of meeting, you can't really make no moves unless you just like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna make this move. This information needs to get out, and for it to get out, I'm gonna need to actually turn a profit so I can actually do the shit. Yo, that's 1, 2, 3 right there all day, nigga. That's common sense. That makes sense. That's common fucking sense. Now, when it gets to a point when you're doing this so much, you're doing this so much that you're profiting heavily off this shit, so much that the people whose information it is actually start to take notice. You know what I'm saying? You actually start to take notice. What's up, BCFC? You actually start to take notice. So when they take notice, because you're moving up as far as people are seeing their information, and they're starting to wonder, wow, people are seeing my information, but I'm not fucking giving this shit out. I'm not making no money off this shit. I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing off of this. But mad people know who I am, and mad people got my information. So when these people address this, brother, there's video footage that I could put out right now that's already been put out, but I could take it and package it myself and present it to you to clearly show you where this brother knew, what up, Suey, knew that these people were basically trying to get at him and get with him about hustling their information. Now, we have to start examining this individual from the beginning. We have to, most of you haven't seen his old shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you see his old shit, you would know that the person is still the same person. Like what he tries to present to you is that he's an elder who used to run the streets with Khalid Muhammad. What he's not telling you is that when he got with Khalid Muhammad, it was basically right around the time the brother was getting ready, was out of here. He's not telling you that. He's not telling you that. He's making it seem to you that he's been running around for a decade or more with Khalid Muhammad, being taught and molded and all of that shit. And no, you haven't. So he presents this shit to you to cover up for who he really is. Meaning, he presents this shit to you so you don't think about the fact that Ashwa Quasi, among others, are attempting to get money from this dude for the information that he put out of theirs without their consent. And he comes out, and you can hear him on a video, clear as fucking day, saying how this ain't your information, Ashwa Quasi. So you're going to tell the man who researched, who spent years, thousands of hours of tens of thousands of hours of research of his life to make the things that he made and to learn the things that he learned and actually codify this shit in his own way and present it to his people. You're going to fucking tell him that ain't his shit. You gonna fucking tell him that ain't his shit. Exactly. Everybody knows he said it. Everyone knows you said these things. This is the type of person we talking about. So let's keep going on down this trail, down this timeline. All right. First off, he's hustling people's shit, bootlegging people's shit. I understand in the beginning when you couldn't meet these people or had access to get to these people to actually be like, yo, can I do this, do that with you or whatever. Let's just say they didn't leave information in their videos for you to do this shit. Let's just say you didn't see that. Still, I kind of understand. Okay, I get you. You don't know yet. You don't know them yet. But when they start approaching you, instead of peacefully coming to the table and like, look, I could turn a profit off these things as long as you don't bang me in the head for them. If you don't bang me in the head for them. So if you don't bang me in the head for them, can we please do business, brother? Because this is how I survive. I mean, if you talk to that man, I'm pretty sure you would have been able to come to terms with these brothers. But what did you do? Yeah, Dawood was one of them dudes who was telling everybody about who he was too back in the day. But we ain't gonna talk about that. You a recovered addict. If you've recovered, then we're not even gonna talk about that no more. I ain't gonna bring it up. But like I said, fast forward, now you're getting approached by these people. You're telling them basically, fuck you. Now you're hustling even more. You're hustling their information even more. And then you're getting into a point where you actually what up, Wax? You actually bringing people in. That's all he is a $5 ass for a nigga. You're bringing people in now. Certain people coming to fuck with you because they've seen you standing on that corner so fucking long that they looking at it like, let's see who this nigga is. So you start to get a little fame. He started to get a little fame about himself. All right? Again, the person that he's presenting to us, elder, freedom fighter with Khalid Muhammad and all these things, boots on the ground in the community, boots on the ground, all that bullshit. He can start pushing that shit to niggas. Like he's that person, but he's not that person. Ask Quasi, is he that person? A brother just out here trying to bring all the brothers together and shit like that. You wouldn't, moving on. He's bringing people in. Now he's bringing people in and his platform is growing. So what he does, since he has nothing to offer you, and if you don't believe me, you can go to his page and look at anything that you learned about study, teaching, anything. It's a guest appearance talking about that shit. It's never him. So he haven't brought you shit. Remember that. Now he got in your face and you even knew you learned about who he was, and he gained fame through hustling people's shit. And when they came approach this nigga, he basically said, fuck you to them. Remember that part and that aspect of this nigga. You can't forget that part. All right? So after he said fuck you to all the people who he was hustling, then he started bringing people in to sit down and talk with him on that infamous couch. All right? Once he started to sit down and have people come in on the infamous couch, the floodgates was open. At this moment, Sarnetta was at a crossroads where he could have went the straight and narrow and presented that shit in a fair, fact-gaining, information-loving type of fucking way and platform. He could have did that shit, but he chose not to. He chose not to. He chose to turn that shit into a play, a show. That's what he chose to do with it. He chose to turn that shit into a fucking a free-for-all and as far as whatever the fuck he wanted. Now, if Sarnetta came out and presented his platform as something that he want to do, look, I'm a comedic dude, I'm an NOI dude, I do my platform based upon, you know what I'm saying, my alignment with this, such, okay, that's fine. Again, nigga, that's not what you say to us. So the fact that you don't say that to us, you present yourself completely opposite of what I just said, then me and you be having the fucking issues. Because that's what is called wishy-washy. That is what is called a walking fucking contradiction. So a person like me feeling like, if you bullshit niggas about that, what the fuck won't you bullshit niggas about? If you mad at a nigga and you start talking about fuck your mother, fuck your this, that, and the third, I look at you like, what won't you do or say over some petty, minuscule fucking reason, especially YouTube? What won't you say? So moving along, Sonetta's bringing people in. He brings in heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? Catch them, especially when they're walking. You know what I'm saying? The same people that he hustled and stole from, his way of paying them back was letting them come on his platform. That was his way of coming them back. Letting him come on the platform that he built from stealing their shit. And that's a fact. That's not my opinion. That's not something that I'm making up. You burned those DVDs in your crib and went outside and sold them shits. And once you got big to the fact where those people actually knew you were doing that shit, because they had mad people running up to them talking about their work, but their profits weren't showing that. They learned where the DVDs were coming from. And the DVDs were coming from Sonetta, your brother, family. You hustled your way to the top. And the debates was, the debates were, you know, when Tony Montana came to Miami and that nigga was like, it's a big pussy waiting to get fucked. That's what that debate was to our community at the time. To our people coming into YouTube, YouTube started really popping. It was really popping. Now you got now you have a place now where you don't even have to go to the lectures. For real. You could watch them shits on YouTube. You don't have to read all the books no more. You could fucking play it on YouTube. Somebody reading the book. While you doing something else, listening to it. Like YouTube started changing for everyone in this community who call themselves conscious, who are lovers of information, who study all those things and above. So when that started happening, all these different factions, where you got this person is a Christian, this person is an Orthodox Christian, this person is a Catholic, then you got Jehovah's Witness, then you got this person who's a Muslim, this person he's a Sunni, this or practices Orthodox Islam, then we have NOI Moors, then we have Clarence X Moors, then we have, like, you see what I'm saying? It was so many Muslims, excuse me, and then you guys, well, Moors and Muslims is basically the same thing as far as that shit go. But you have all these different factions and shit, and then all of a sudden, it's like, yo, let's have these things brought up against or with one another. You know what I'm saying? Which is a wonderful idea, which is an absolutely fabulous idea, but you have to be adult about it. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the only people that I ever heard actually lobby for that were Moors. Because a lot of the Moors didn't want to do debates with Sonetta and fuck with him, because they looked at it like, yo, a debate should be you talk quietly, not niggas turning up all in the back and, whoa, that nigga, whoa. Like, nigga, no, dog. No, dogs. That's not a fucking debate. First off, when you got that many people yelling and screaming and all of that shit like that, nothing's gonna get heard. So the point of coming to a fucking debate or a lecture or a debate lecture, nigga, is to hear what the fuck is going on. Not to root for your favorite YouTube Avenger. That's not what it's for. So the Moors was the only ones at the time that I heard, like, because they was Sonetta was trying to pull them into this great big pussy called the debates that he humped and fucked well. He was trying to pull the Moors into that shit, but they wouldn't go because it was a fucking, as Triple C says, it was a shit show. It was nothing but a shit show. It was nothing but, like when Polite debated the Hebrews and all that shit like that. The Hebrews are putting up information about Kemet, information about this, information about that. What does Polite do? Polite pulls up more, Hebrew Israelites, some who wasn't even on the panel, some who were, you know what I'm saying, of them saying this one day, saying that, not addressing the information, showing trips of him taking a plane to Egypt for a couple days. You still ain't addressing the information. The crowd went wild, like they played Stone Cold's music or something. The crowd just went bananas, nigga. Just bananas, nigga. All the while, though I paid for that shit, all the while, I'm like, still, nigga, you ain't answering nothing. I'm not even saying I agree with the fucking, with the brothers, with the Hebrew Israelites that was up there, like Daniel, well, he didn't even talk, but the other one, like, I didn't agree with them dudes like that, Gabar and all them dudes. But the point was, when they came, them niggas presented information. The only person, again, who came from Sarnetta's camp, what we say about him the other day, the only person who came from Sarnetta's camp who actually presented information in a in a professional, scholarly way was Shaka Amos. Everybody else, especially polite, basically, that shit was nothing but fucking entertainment. That shit was nothing but a fucking circus. Now, what's the problem with all that, you may ask me? The problem with all that is humans are creatures of habit, which if you haven't learned that by now, you will eventually. So being creatures of habit, you can be something called conditioned. So the thing is, he wants to condition you to this being what a scholarly fucking debate should be. First off, crowd control and crowd noise is, like I said, of paramount concern, because you have to hear what the fuck is going on. If I don't hear what's going on, how am I help shit? How am I hear shit and help myself and benefit from paying to come here or listening or buying it? He had no fucking concerns with that. As Michael Edwards told us, he raked in over $1 million almost, him and Polite. I don't believe it's that much, but the way Michael Edwards calculated it and told the world and let us know, we wouldn't have known without you, Mike. Thanks again. Thanks again, Mike. Salute Michael Edwards, y'all, for breaking that down on Sarnetta. I might make a video with you, Mike, tomorrow on you banging on Sarnetta again. That's when we liked you. And speaking of Michael Edwards, man, the way you cape for Sarnetta, man, is absolutely weird for me, because Polite just said it the other time when he was exposing that nigga. Remember when Polite said how, and I'm gonna say it, I'm paraphrasing, but y'all remember when Polite said how this guy talking about Sarnetta, he beefs with other YouTubers and beefs with people, and then has his friends and the people, basically his cronies and flunkies go at the people too. Then he'll make up with the person and don't even tell the nigga that he had go at him, that he done made up with the nigga. So this nigga still going at him, and then bam, he do a live stream with the nigga, and now you looking fucking stupid. He ain't even had the decency and the courtesy to tell you. So for Michael Edwards, man, this ain't no banging shit, man. This ain't right now what I'm saying. I ain't trying to bang on you or none of that shit, bro. What I'm saying to you right now is, man, be a man, man. Aren't you a man, dog? Like, how do you let this dude fucking handle you like that? Like, on some real shit, cut all the YouTube. I'm looking at you now. Cut all the YouTube, all the shit. You can hate my page. I'm not talking about that. And I'm looking at you to let you know, real life, G, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about man to man, just man to man right now. Why you let that dude handle you like that? Like, even if you don't ever fuck with my page or none of that shit, why you let that dude handle you like that? Like, that shit's embarrassing, G. You a fucking father, man. You're a fucking husband, dogs. You gonna let that fucking old ass, weird ass, foul mouth nigga handle you like that? You just shouted out my page. I could play a video right now of you recently doing that. On a leash, man. This nigga acts like he got you on a leash. Like, dude, he got something on you, bro? Just come out and tell the world so then we all know, then he can't hold it over you no more. But stop letting that dude handle you like that, man. You a fucking dude, you a man, man. You got a fucking family, dog. If a nigga could handle you like that, if a nigga could, for real, Mike, if a nigga could handle you like that, make you go bang on somebody that you just said go subscribe to his page. If he could make you do that shit, dog, that nigga might as well sit in your fucking favorite chair, man. Then you might as well get that nigga the remote to your TV, man. That nigga should be walking your dog, man. When your kids act up, he should be fucking chastising your kids, man. I ain't even gonna go further than that where the other part of being a man and a father and a husband lead. This nigga could just tell you, go bang on somebody and you just go do it. You a grown-ass 40, 50-year-old fucking man, man. And this nigga could just tell you to go bang on a nigga. This nigga, some nigga all the way in fucking Harlem could just tell you to go do that shit. Yo, Michael Edwards, you out of the whole picture, man, because you pathetic, man. I can't even make a video banging on you, even if you did something. Until you get that nigga cock out your mouth, you pathetic, G. You pathetic, man. Like, there's no way, man, another person gonna tell me to go do something and I'ma just do it. And I don't have no problems with that nigga. Like, I'm not gonna do that shit. I don't know how the House of Consciousness don't have an actual building that is the House of Consciousness that has libraries, fucking food drives, so make sure them motherfuckers ain't starving out there. Or I don't know why that shit doesn't exist. But wait a minute, I do know why. Let me get back to the person at hand. Once these debates kicked off, he had everybody on YouTube show their true colors. And what do I mean by that? He had everybody on YouTube show their true colors because Sarnetta made you bow down to him before you could come and be a part of anything that he booked. He made you capitulate to him. He made you. So you could tell right there who was starstruck, who wanted to be famous on YouTube, who wanted to be popular, who wanted to have, because you wanted to, if you could get on Sarnetta page and have Sarnetta fucking with you, then you could get access to the views. All he got to say is, hey, peace and black power family. This is my man such and such right here. This is my man Divine Prophet. Bam, Divine Prophet got 1,000 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers. When he could have been floating around 300-400. Peace and black power, family. Here's my new lapdog, Michael Edwards. Bam, Michael Edwards got 800 subscribers. He was floating around at 600 already. But that's what I mean, man. That's what he put. So once he got into that shit and realized the money he could make, Like I said, this whole consciousness shit, this whole that he preaches, that whole shit went right out the window, man. This nigga used to talk shit on a live stream, yo. He used to get on the fucking live streams and talk shit, talking shit to the people in his chats, saying, you motherfuckers gotta get up and go to work tomorrow. I don't work for the white man. But you don't work for the white man because all them people who do gotta work for him come to your events, buy your streams, whatever products you was trying to push at the time, salute your page, come to your page, patronize you as a Patreon. Dude, they got the Patreon shit with you. All this shit, and you had a nerve to come out laughing with Polite, saying how y'all don't work for the white man, but all your money that you get comes from people who go out and work hard for the white man. Who does shit like that? Like, think about the type of character of a person who would do some shit like that and say some shit like that. Especially a older fucking dude, a dude who's old enough to know better than to ever even think something like that at his age. As soon as Polite said it, he at his age should have checked that nigga. At his age, he should have said, yo, hold on, dogs. Hold on. I'm gonna need you to fall back, bro, because these people get up every fucking morning and every night and go to fucking work. Some of these people go to work at fucking 10 o'clock at night, don't get off to 6 the next morning. And these people work hard for their fucking money. And they support you because they believe that you're not fake. They believe you're not fake. So they support you. And you go out and say some bullshit about how you don't work. They gotta go to work. But $5, family. Come on, family. Y'all ain't got $5. Wow. I thought a nigga who boasted and bragging that he ain't gotta work nowhere shouldn't be begging anybody for $5 on a live stream. Have y'all ever heard me beg y'all for $5 on a fucking live stream? $5, G? You begging niggas? It got so bad after Polite got exposed, the person that he brought through us through his debate whoring. He was just such a whore for a debate money that he would fucking just grab anybody because he could have his pick of the litter. Everybody was trying to get at him so they could be famous. The Israel Doctrines of the world, all these dudes. They wasn't doing what I do, exposing his bullshit character for who he really is. And you can't keep saying one thing, nigga. You can't tell me, nigga, that you standing up and then sitting down simultaneously. I'm not going to ever believe that. So if you come to me and present to me in the world, which I'm in the world, if you present to the world, nigga, that you are person A, and then I constantly see person A only a little bit on TV, but whenever the wind blows a little bit towards the northeast, nigga, you turn into B, and whenever it blows west, you turn into Z and X and all these other fucking personalities. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. You're fucking full of shit. And I've been on you ever since. I've been hoping that you use your platform for good, thinking that, yo, maybe you got blinded because it happens to all men. But nah, that's not what's going on, nigga. You're just a filthy ass nigga when it comes to that shit. You're always gonna be that way. You came out and after a fucking years, man, it took years literally exposing Polite because people really just didn't believe niggas. They really just didn't believe us. They really believed that we were just hating on him. Like we woke up one morning, stretched and said, shit. What's today? Thursday? Shit. Let's hate on Polite. Like, these niggas act like that's how this shit happens. Like, you just wake up, stretch, go take a piss, wash your hands, go in the kitchen, get some orange juice, and sit down and, you know what? I should hate on Polite today. So when we were showing people who this nigga really was, for years, 2 years at least, this nigga Sonetta did nothing but run cover, run infiltration, cover this nigga, run infiltration, cover him, run infiltration, cover him, run infiltration, to make it look like everybody who said anything about Polite was just some bullshit ass hater. And y'all remember at one point how we used to say it ain't even Sonetta, maybe he's tricked Sonetta. That shit goes right out the fucking window. Kick rocks, nigga. Fucking rocks. The same cloth. Y'all was from the same mold. Polite only really got it. Y'all want to know why Sonetta exposed Polite? Who want to know why Sonetta really exposed Polite? Who wants to know that? I need a few more likes first. Or dislikes. Before I say it. Because I want to know who's in here. Who wants to know why Polite got exposed? What was it, like April, March, by Sonetta? I'm going to tell you why that really happened. Who wants to know that? I'm going to tell y'all why. No, not money, Sire. It wasn't necessarily the money. It wasn't that. Be like, the money could be given back for real. Like in Pharaoh case and shit like that. That ties into it. That ties into it. But it's not the money. It's not money. It's not money in particular. Money is what happened. This is why Sonetta really exposed Polite. Can't trust a lion, crap woman, crap. Yo, this is why Sonetta really exposed Polite, yo. We've come to find out, or I've come to find out, that this is not a one-man show, meaning Sonetta wasn't innocent as the way he portrays. So the reason why he exposed Polite is because this is a whole group of shit that they do together. Much like what they talk about Masons and shit, it's kind of, or it's not necessarily Masons because it could be a gang or whatever, nigga, just groups of niggas who have an agenda that is similar. So, like the mafia, to extent, okay? In the mafia, once you become part of the family, y'all like brothers, y'all family. So one of the major things that'll get your ass killed is what? Robbing and stealing from, or doing something like, or messing with a certain dude's wife, or etc. Those type of things. Basically, paraphrasing, saying, fucking with your own. Polite got exposed because Polite broke the cardinal rule. He scammed one of the scammers. He scammed one of the people who was a part of it. He scammed one of the scammers. So when somebody do that, they're what is called a rogue. Polite got put on rogue status because he was just going too hella far. He was going too far. Like the nigga, what's the dude? Odin, and from the movie Thor, when his sister Hela was Odin put her and bound her in hell. Why? Because she was just going too far. She was killing too much. She was doing too much. She started turning on her own, who didn't want to do what she said. He was like, yo, you gotta go. Polite got exiled. When Sonetta did that and turned on him like that on that live stream, that was a public exiling of Polite. That nigga's exiled now. He stayed still fuck with Polite because he personally fuck with Polite. But he knows that Polite can't ever come back like before on his platform and none of that. Polite scammed one of the inner scammers. One of the people who work on the inner circle of the scamming and who know all about it. That's why Red Pill, remember that funny shit when Sarnetta and Red Pill went down? And everybody was like, this is weird, nigga. Like, what are these niggas doing? Like, are y'all beefing? Are y'all exposing? Like, what's really going on? They knew they couldn't bang on each other for real. Because then they both run risk of getting booted out of the scammer circle. But by Polite doing what he did, fucking over somebody that was in the scammer circle, scamming them and their family, because he just full tilt now with it. No honor among thieves, but they try to have honor amongst the thieves. So yeah, Reggie got straight turned out. So once they did that, once they try to have honor amongst themselves. So once, like I said, Polite did that, Sarnetta was forced by the group to expose that nigga. Weren't you, Frank? Nigga talking about some, you think you know who I am. Nigga, I know exactly who you are. I know exactly who you are and exactly what you do and exactly what you're doing. And that's why I have as this fucking stream boycotting that award show and why I feel it's necessary. And I feel it's necessary because you are full of shit. You are not genuine. You are doing this just solely purpose, just to take more money and extract more money out of people's fucking pockets in this community. That's the only reason you're doing this. Nothing more, nothing less. Not even for that big ass fucking arrogant narcissistic ego you have. You're doing this straight for money, stealing money from the people again. And the reason why I say why I feel it's necessary is because when he came out and exposed Polite, he tried to pretend that he was really exposing Polite. And I'm telling you here and now, no the fuck he wasn't really doing it. And if he was really sincere, a person who has done all the things that he's done over the last year and a half, 2 years, yo, with this shit, with this disrespecting people's mothers, just the plethora of shit that trails behind this nigga. How he sits on his platform and promotes Africa, then gets right on the live stream telling motherfuckers, fuck Africa. He don't give a fuck about no Africans. But he gives a fuck about Africans when telling you won so he could hustle you into wearing a dashiki and buying it from him and watching him niggas on dashiki with dashikis on his platform so he could get the views and the AdSense check. That's what it's for. Nothing more. I don't care if you did that by way of you giving out the information and really being genuine, and that's just a part of it. That's wonderful, nigga, but that's not why you doing it. You and I both know that. You and I both know that's not why you doing it, nigga. You and I both know that's not why you doing it. That's why I feel it's necessary. I think that apology, like I said, was contrived. It was bullshit. No one wants to hear that shit. There's no way you could be sorry about bringing out a scam artist and never go back and apologize to the people who were trying to bring him out and expose him from the beginning. The people that you disrespected, you never mentioned that shit. As a matter of fact, when you mentioned it, you still called them haters. You still called them haters. After you admitted that we were right, and you still called us haters. You never said sorry. You never said, my bad. My bad, brothers and sisters who were out here exposing Polite, the people that I was like, you a fucking hater, you just doing this for views, all that shit like that. Only person that applied to was Kevuardo Gillespie. Gillespie, muchacho. Ay, 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 ay. Los nostaros a los meros. Ay, ay, ay. fucking McMexican. Let me switch topics. I don't want to talk about niggas that I'm better than right now. Not that particular nigga. We'll talk about this old nigga that I'm better than. You guys check out the video on Derek Jones Talks Live. You guys check out the video. It's really going up there. Think it might go viral. I hope it does. I'm gonna really enjoy that shit. Yeah. Gilles Beers. Muchachos. Muchachos Mustados. But yeah, man, like we're boycotting that award show because Sarnetta needs to fully atone. You don't get to give a halfway apology after bullshit and then turn around and still be engaged in even more bullshit. Like bringing up people's family members all over fucking YouTube and shit like that. Like you don't need, no, nigga, you're not getting an award show. For what? Nobody's coming. You lied about it from the very fucking beginning. You told everybody it was going. Remember when he was sitting in his car outside the Apollo? Let me tell y'all something else y'all didn't notice, which is why I bang on this nigga. The reason why I bang on him because that show is not what you think it is. That show is a real show. It's pretend. So Sarnetta drove to the Apollo, parked outside, all right? Pulled his phone up, did a live stream. Yeah, we going here, baby. We going here, baby. The closest y'all was going to get to Sarnetta and the Apollo was that goddamn video. I knew this shit from the beginning. We was telling y'all from the beginning. At some point, you're going to have to recognize that we're actually accurately predicting the future here. So maybe there may be some credence to the shit that we're saying, G. Maybe there may be some teeth to the shit that we're saying. Maybe there may be some truth to the shit that we're saying. I told you niggas long before he said, Reggie, try not to say that word Apollo. Yeah, try not to say that word right there during a live stream, gathering money for the Apollo. Yo, during the fucking live stream, this nigga is doing a live stream, a fundraiser basically for the Apollo. Reggie is just running his mouth. Yeah, at the Apollo, Sarnetta, we have moved up, people. We have taken Reggie. Try not to say that word right there. Apollo, don't say that word right there. Why would he tell Reggie not to say that word? Because, like we told you, it was never going to go down there. That's why you only seen the Apollo in that one video with Sarnetta that he had, that one video where he drove to the Apollo, parked outside, said, yeah, family, this is where we coming. This is where we coming, family. That was it. That was to get your crazy fucking retarded asses, all the people who support him, his page, get your crazy fucking asses looking at that visual and thinking, oh shit, Sarnetta about to go to the fucking Apollo. Yo, I'm going to that shit. I'm donating to that shit. This nigga, yo, we about to move. That shit, dogs, that shit was a fucking fantasy. That shit was a photo op. No, it wasn't even a photo op. That shit was a fucking, oh my God, dogs. He never intended on having it there. Hello. He never intended on having it there because he couldn't have it there. First off, he could never stream from that shit. And if he can't stream the shit, there's no point in him doing it. It was a selfie, exactly. He could never stream from the Apollo. Saying the word Apollo was nothing more than a ploy to get you to give him money. The reason why it's relevant is because you knew. It's like this, dogs. If I fucking tell you, yo, Shane TV is going live from TD Garden in Boston, yo. These motherfuckers, I'm renting out TD Garden in Boston. I want all y'all need to donate so I could pay for the cover charge thing. And yo, y'all come there and we gonna have a fucking bonanza, yo. We gonna invite in all YouTubers from all across the country, people who got YouTube pages, for us to have a Black YouTube page or conference. And we gonna do it big, family. We gonna do all of this shit, baby. We gonna da. And I go down to Boston, nigga, go downtown and fucking go outside fucking TD Garden and be standing out there on dogs, real live standing there like, yo, we about to do this shit. Yo, this is it. Yo, this is where we coming next, baby. Shame. No motherfucking well, we doing that shit at Faneuil Hall. Yo. Like, come on, man. You never intended on having it there. That means when you said it, it was a hustle from the beginning. But remember how we started this stream? We were talking about how he even got to be able to the point to do that. By what? Hustling people along the way. Hustling. So I'm boycotting it. I'm asking for everyone to boycott that award show and get your money back and take your money that you donated to that shit and go find somebody in your community, in your immediate community, that is very fucking in need of fucking help right now. They may need help fucking with gas, getting back and forth to a new job. Whatever the case may be, go donate that money to them. Do not give that fucking dude your fucking money to put on some sham of a fucking award. Root, you're not a Moor.